back to another episode of INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. I am one of your hosts for this evening, Sister Jenn Gallardo from the local congregation of Eva Beach. It is so nice to be back. It's been 2 weeks. I hope you can't see my sunglass tan, but now that I've said that, you guys will probably see it now.
Let's zoom in on that.
Oh
There
no,
you
no!
go. Let's see.
Don't zoom in on me.
Okay.
But it makes my skin look good. But anyways,
Well,
I
she
am
wants to see it
not
then.
alone.
Huh? Nothing.
I am not alone. I have a person to the left of me and a person to the right of me. But I'll let the person to the left of me introduce himself first.
That's me. Good morning, good evening, and good evening again. Time check. It is 10:04 p.m. You see that I actually did transition to zoom in. But my name is Brother Joshua Galang. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. It's so great to see you every single week. All of you lovely people commenting down in the comment section of the YouTube channel. Welcome. Ka Vermont Pablo, good evening po to Ka Erds and Sis Nympha of Lehue. I hope I said that name correctly. Hashtag Kalaheo. You're the first one that commented down on our show, po, which means you are eligible for a congratulations. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations.
Welcome to INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. So glad that you guys are here listening, tuning in, and watching. Today we're talking about life of an undergraduate of pre-law. That's the title of our topic. But let's introduce the person that will be talking about that topic. Sister in the far right.
Please introduce yourself, locale, and fun fact about yourself.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Hello, brethren. It's nice that you guys have me on here tonight.
Wow.
It's my
She's
second
on.
time, and I feel
second time.
I'm so nervous. But
Second time and not
yeah,
last
my
time.
name is Sister Jenn Gallardo. A fun fact about me. Actually, no, sorry, I'm messing it up. I'm from the locale of Waikiki, or I'm currently in Waikiki.
Okay.
Fun fact about me, it's my fourth locale.
Okay.
Shout out to Kona, my very first OG locale. Shout out to National City, San Diego. Shout out to Eva Beach, which my bestie. That's how we got really close.
Shout out Kadan.
Yeah, shout out Kadan, Dawn,
Yeah.
and
Doka.
RJ.
and lastly but not least, where I'm at, Waikiki. Hello, everyone. Yeah.
It's funny because I was in Waikiki before Eva Beach, so it's like we did a little switcheroo. So you need to come
Wow.
back.
There you go.
I've
You're
been
gonna go
told.
back to Waikiki. She's gonna go back to
Oh,
Waipahu. She's gonna go
no.
back to Eva Beach.
Well, no. Thank you, Sister Jenn. We are so grateful to have you here tonight. Did you want to go straight into the?
Oh wait, no, that was your fun fact that you
Yeah.
have that you've been in 4 local National City and San Diego when you were in it was together.
This is
The
in
same
the
thing?
state. Or
Oh,
the,
it's
yeah,
the
it's
state?
in the city. Sorry, I'm messing it
The
up.
country.
It's in the city.
The continent.
The continent
The
of
Earth. The planet.
The state of California.
the state of
Mm.
California. Sorry, I just like a lot of
City
like
of National.
word salad I'm trying to figure out.
Is National City like SoCal?
Yeah, SoCal.
Oh, that's so cow.
That's SoCal.
Mhm.
welcome,
Anyways.
welcome, Sister Jenn, and welcome everyone that's tuning in again. This is something that we always want to do. Read some comments. First one that we want to read is from Kachasity Villanueva. She commented down about the fact that you're in pre-law. She says, "Wow, pre-law!" She put 2 exclamation points for both of those words. So excited for this segment, comma. Sister Jenn. Again, 2 exclamation points. Hashtag what? Why? Congratulations. Chastity is flirting. She's saying hello po. Brother RJ, wonderful. CJ, Sister Corrine, Joyce, Algar, Barnachea says, shout
Wow,
out
full
sis
name.
Janae, comma, Wailuku misses you.
I miss you guys
Exclamation
too.
point, hashtag Wailuku. Sister Christo A. Thompson says, shout out to the ministers in Eva, Ka McDaniel, Ka Dante, Ka Don, Ka Tim, Ka Brandon. Hashtag Eva. Welcome again, everyone. Brother Bruce, we see that you're commenting down, always commenting down. He says, he's saying hello to Brother Erds. There you go. And he said some things. He's like, how is Kauai? I think that's what he said. I don't know. But welcome, everyone. Kamashao, Karali, Vermont again. Kajubi Reyes. Cabran Initiete. He says, good evening. Aloha and talofa from American Samoa. Oh, hashtag AMS. Love it. Love it.
A
love
lot
it.
of people tuning in tonight. Thank you,
Yes.
everybody, for tuning in. If you're new here, please like
Mm.
and comment down your hashtag.
You see on the comment section right here how they're sending hearts right now?
Mhm.
They're sending hearts to us. Let me send
Hearts.
let me send the
Hearts.
100 emoji.
100.
100. There you go. Let me send the heart emoji next. There you go. There you go. There. So if you guys can see that, it says subscribers mode only. So subscribers only mode, meaning you have to hit that subscribe button in order to comment down, just like how our lovely brethren are doing. I see you, Grandma. Kanorma Pascual. Aloha for everyone. Hashtag WPH. You're subscribed. Thank you. I love you, and I'll see you later on. But let's begin with our comment section. Let's begin with our topic discussion today.
Yes.
Sister Jen, let me move this mic closer. Sister Jen, welcome again to INCRadio Vibe Pacific. This is your second time on. Could you please tell us what was your first time being radio? When was that?
I think it was during the pandemic. So it was with Brother Jordan Augustin.
Mhm.
Shout out, Brother
Yeah.
Jordan.
And we were actually doing it island by island. So there's
Oh, I
Maui,
love that.
the island of
Yeah.
Hawaii, and then Kauai, all the different islands. And I guess I represented along with Brother Jaden Ibanez and Sister Maile Simmons now, I think. Yeah, so I was with them and we pretty much discussed like the different like attractions that we have on Big Island, the beaches.
What is your favorite attraction?
What
Sorry.
what are you most attracted to in the attraction?
I like looking up at the mountains.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, like
That's a pretty nice mountain.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
love it.
I always like whenever I went to Big Island, I loved looking at Mauna Kea,
Yeah,
but I had to make sure I was looking at Mauna
Mauna
Kea.
Kea.
yeah.
Like-
It's either you're looking better Mauna Loa and you're like, oh, that's pretty ice caps. No, but both of them have ice caps, so
Okay.
it's really nice.
No cap.
I'll call Sister Jen next time and ask her, hey,
Yeah,
which
FaceTime.
mountain am I looking at?
Yeah,
Or it might
let
not
me
even
check
be a
this
mountain. It could just
out.
A mound.
a mountain.
Yeah, no, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Like I
very
was at
hilly.
a research station
Wow.
this past week, and I was looking at Mauna Kea, and I was like looking at the different like mounds, and I was like, why is that like there? But anyways,
why,
I was
why
just
are that?
confused.
Why is that mound there?
But anyways,
I love that.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
mound did you think was Mauna Kea?
Thank you for visiting.
no, I knew it was
Yeah.
Mauna Kea.
Do you have
because
a mound? A picture of a mound?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
show you guys later.
Okay. I have a photo too that I want to show you guys later too. I just got sent it by the dad. But anyway, we're here not talking about us mounds or my photo
Sorry.
from me as a child. But Sister Jen, we're here to talk about you. You know, we spoke about the island of Big Island before, but now we're speaking about you. Which is cool, which is something that we always try to do every single show. Learn
Yeah.
about our fellow brethren, what they do, why they do it, how they do it, when they do it. And for this one, we're talking about your life as a undergraduate student of pre-law. Before we do that, very quick and short and sweet, what is pre-law? And explain it to us, please.
So it's like a course. It's just like pre-health, pre-law. It's pretty much a course to where you want to get to. So for me, it's like studying law and being able to practice law in the future. And so it's not really a major, but it is definitely like an on-track association with the school where you partner up with advisors that can help you get through classes that pertain to whatever you want to study in a specific section of law. Yeah.
Nice, kind of like pre-med.
Pre-med, yeah.
Mm.
So what kind of practice do you want to do?
So it's more so a course. Is that something that runs at the same time as your regular study?
I guess it's like a course of action, or
Course of
it's pretty
action.
much
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So you have to
Not
pick your
course, but it's a course.
classes
Okay.
that pertain to whatever you want. Of course, there's prereqs, which first 2 years, and then after that, you're able to hone in on the different things you want to study. So many classes now offered, so it's like a wide range. Like right now, I'm taking a K-pop class. Which,
Oh,
Wow.
what?
I don't know how that has to do anything with pre-law, but it pretty much is an upper division, learning about South Asia and like Asia in general in terms of.
Are you
Yeah.
trying to become a lawyer for one of like the K-pop groups?
That is very hard to do.
Oh, is that really?
In terms of like,
Hey,
Oh, I bet.
not
yeah,
impossible though.
it's big now. I mean, a lot of people
It is,
listen
yeah.
to K-pop.
Big.
Pretty much like, a huge thing
Yeah.
that's been going on around our generation.
Definitely, yeah, something very difficult.
Yeah.
But not impossible.
Not impossible, as she said.
Sorry.
Nothing possible.
But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for giving that little spiel about Peru law.
Thank you.
What kind of made you want to go into law?
Well, I would say being my parents coming from the Philippines, I really wanted to study immigration law in terms of helping others. I'm really interested in languages, so studying Ilocano, Tagalog, Italian, all those different languages, learning how to speak so that I can be able to communicate to a certain demographic and be able to tailor my needs or their needs to whatever profession I want to get into.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
So at first I wanted to do social work,
Okay.
which is very hard to do, like in terms of what kind of people you're dealing with, circumstances, it's just a lot.
Mhm.
And I guess I kind of honed in on that passion and started going into where I'm at right now. So yeah.
When did that like switch come to you? Because I know you said you wanted to do social work before. What made you be like, oh, this, not what, but when? When was that?
I would say I'm actually kind of like an overachiever
Wow.
since I was little. So like
Okay.
I
Oh,
did-
ever since you were little.
yeah, so like in terms of like Avid, Avid, we learned
Yeah.
all those different things. I was in those classes
I would
since
learn.
first grade, so Avid classes. I've been taking it up till
Wow.
yeah, up until high school. I know I thought I didn't.
I
think
didn't know
would offer
Avid
that.
even offered.
in
Yeah,
high school.
my teacher actually, she went to Cornell University.
Yeah.
So she really liked Cornell notes and all of the different things associated with that. I don't know how that works, but yeah, I really love learning and education, and I really enjoy reading books. So it kind of transpired into me trying to have some like purpose with that, trying to make something of it, if that makes
Wow.
sense. So I guess it's like a lot of building up to that moment where I decided my freshman year of high school, like trying to work to get into good college, and then yeah, now I'm here, almost done with
Done.
undergrad, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
super exciting.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you were a avid learner, being in avid from first grade all the way until high school.
Mhm.
Law is something that's very, very difficult to study in. I don't know what the question was that I was going to ask, but how do you feel about that? Do you like studying?
It's so funny. I don't like being forced to study.
Okay.
But if I do have a syllabus with, let's say, due dates, times where you're supposed to get things done,
Yeah.
I feel like that is such a good challenge for me to try and manage my time. Even though sometimes, you might ask for an extension, like, hey, sorry,
Yeah.
but life got in the way, church or whatever, right? So what have you. In terms of that, I like to challenge myself and I guess try and manage my time in a better way so that I can get all my work done. I would say that pressure actually keeps me going, which is weird.
I feel you on that
Yeah.
one. Little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because if they're like, you got a month to do this, I'm gonna be like, oh,
Yeah,
I'll
no.
do it the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
procrastination.
I totally feel you on that because I had a project open in the beginning of the semester.
Mhm.
I only decided to work on it a week prior to the due date. Bad idea. Don't do that if you're going to college because it's not something that could be done in
But
a week.
the psychological thing behind that is that you get away with it every single time. So your reward system in your brain is like, oh yeah, I did
got
that
it.
last time and I passed. So why don't I
Sometimes
do it
it can
again?
hurt you.
Yeah, no, not trying to tell people to do things last minute.
Mhm.
It's good to plan ahead. But then again, as long as you're taking care of your everyday needs and
Mhm.
making sure that you're not wasting your time doing things like TikTok all the time.
Not
Not
sponsored.
sponsored,
Mhm.
sorry. But like, yeah,
I feel like it's very good that you like to challenge yourself because life it comes and goes with challenges. And
Mm.
it's good that you at a young age, we're the same age. We're all no, actually he's older, but
Wow. Are we the
only a
same?
year. But at like we're starting to learn how to manage our time better, which I think is really good for the future.
Yes, I agree. There's a quote that was in my mind when you were speaking about that. They say pressure creates diamonds. What do you think about that?
Pressure makes
I
diamonds.
I feel like I should hang that in my room and
Like that.
go off of that.
Wow, go off.
Yeah, pretty much just
Go on.
have a straight face and I'm like, okay, but you're saying things. Okay. I'm so
I am
sorry.
saying things. You're correct.
But no, yeah, I feel like that's also like metaphors and all that. Like that really
Mhm.
helps. Like I feel like that's also confirmation bias in terms of like
Wow, very psychological.
Wow, confirmation bias.
Confirmation bias?
like you just look at things and like you're like, okay, because I saw that, that means it's true.
Right.
And because that goes with my way
Wow.
of thinking.
I
that's
should have really
me.
listened in psychology.
Yeah, no, I
I should.
She's like, yeah, I know. You should have paid attention.
Thanks. Never mind.
You had psychology?
I took that my freshman year.
Oh, I was like, you like psychology of animals? Ooh.
Or I spent
Ooh.
time with cows
Yeah.
5 days straight.
Speaking
Hey,
of,
oh.
no, we let's go on that because you spent time with cows and you never had experience with cows before.
Oh yeah, I tried to so it is calving season.
Right.
So calves are being
The
born
part
left
of your
and right.
legs,
Huh?
calves.
Oh, not that calves.
Hmm.
Sorry, this is about Jen. Why are you making this
We're-
about me?
This is a time where we get to talk story.
okay.
Tell us
fine.
what's up.
It's calving season, so calves are being born left and right.
Whoa.
We had to process them, like give them an ear tag
Okay.
in the field. Yeah, very scary because Mama Cow,
Mama cow. Ooh.
she of course she'd get protective right over her kid. Yeah, we had an escape plan from the get-go, and I was
Oh,
like
great.
terrified.
What was the escape plan?
So the producer has a bike, and then we have a buggy. So we kind of park it in a way where, like, if the mom is here, there's a space in between the bike and the buggy to run away. I'm sorry, it doesn't make any sense, but it makes
Very
sense in my
cool.
brain.
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
But
That's all that matters.
yeah, I learned how to tag, how to.
You hear it. But how was your first experience with
Tag
cows?
a tag calf. Heaviest one, 114 pounds.
Wow.
Lightest one is like 50. They
Wow.
usually range from 50 to 70.
You try to carry one.
Yeah, I had to carry.
Did you like?
No, I think Mama Cow would get very mad.
And then you do the same thing to Mama cow.
No, Mama Cow's like 1,000 pounds heavier than I am.
Eddie Hall did it.
But
Oh,
anyways,
sorry.
enough about me.
Cool.
Sister Jen, I know you're talking about graduating this semester. Congratulations.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Where, of course, because you go to law school right after you graduate.
Mhm.
Or you plan to. Where do you desire to go to law school?
Well, it's all up in the air right now. I am going through devotional prayers, so we're just waiting on those applications. Hopefully they come in, and hopefully if not, I know that I'll end up where I'm supposed to.
Wow.
I
You
love
know,
that.
just
So
like
inspirational.
Yeah, it's also like my way of saying, oh, if I don't get in, I don't want to put too much pressure. Like,
Yeah.
I want to have plan B and like all of that stuff. But in terms of like where I want to get into, we'll see.
Wow.
It's also in process. Also, I want to just shout out to you because you're also graduating. We're graduating
Thanks.
together, so yeah.
Come lay me. Come lay us.
Yes, at
Please.
Manoa.
I'm just joking. You guys
the
don't have
9
to.
a.m. commence.
9 a.m. We're finished at 11:30 a.m. Please be there or be square.
Wow. Because you won't be around.
Around. Thanks,
Mhm.
Brother Josh.
You're welcome.
Very
welcome.
nice.
Layup. I
Oh.
like that. So cool. So you don't have any. You don't have any set schools that you want to go to yet.
No, I'm
Mm.
also just like leaving it up to
Almighty God.
Yes. Thank you for finishing my sentence. I feel like I'm.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I hope
thank
that's
you.
okay.
No, I
Yeah.
feel like that was
Yeah.
perfect. But yeah, just
There's another quote that I want to bring up to you. So I've been watching a lot of
Mhm.
thing where they bring up quotes. There's this quote that's been in my head, especially speaking about where you're going to be going in life.
yeah.
When you're trying to apply for something, sometimes you get rejected.
Mhm.
I heard a quote that said, "It's not rejection, it's redirection."
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is I think that person
really
might be so smart
Confirmation bias.
confirmation bias. The person is so smart for thinking that. Anyways, no. I feel like redirection, yeah, you end up where you're supposed to be. You know, at times it might not be where you thought you would be. I didn't think I would be here tonight. I thought I would be, sleeping by now. But
Hey, but you're here.
yeah, but I'm here. Misdirected, not misdirected, redirected.
He's following
Sorry.
me to
There is
interact.
a
I missed
to this
I missed
room
my
right here.
turn, and I'm here. Well, we're glad you're here despite the misdirection. I'm joking. So we spoke about what is pre-law. What are you studying? What's everything? Where you want to go for studying? Um, we even spoke about where that passion came from.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Because we spoke about how you were an avid learner, and so what was that connection? I actually want to get this. That connection between avid, studying all the way into high school, social worker, and then you were like, I want to study for law now. What is?
It's like when you're a kid, you're like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a firefighter, police officer, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
For me, I just wanted to help people, I guess. Like I wanted to work to help people, like wellness and all that. But in terms of like where I'm at right now, it's very like not straightforward. I also wanted to be a forensic scientist, not gonna lie.
Wow.
Until a biology class that made me turn my way
Oh,
around. And I was like,
it's always
okay,
like that
out the
one
door.
class.
Yeah, it's always that one class, and I was like, okay, no, that's not for me. I felt it. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's not the right fit. So I'll just bring myself over to like different like niches,
Mhm.
Niches,
yeah.
niches, niches,
Niche.
niches.
I think that's really good. I think college, well, it's different for everybody, right?
Mhm.
But I feel like college really helps with that, like figuring out what you want to do and allowing yourself to be exposed to different things, like what you said, biology.
Mhm.
I think I was exposed to like I wanted to go. I was pre-vet before.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad I'm not pre-vet anymore. There was always that one class or that one experience that you have, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you're happy with where you are now.
Me?
That's for both of
Me?
you guys.
Oh,
I mean, you guys are the ones calling. You guys are happy with where you guys are now.
yeah, definitely. Like I feel like, I feel like Jen, you can also
I
talk about this.
am content.
Mm. But not
It's different
satisfied.
from happy, but
Right.
it's content.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think thinking back, do you think, um, where am I going with this? Because there's times right in our life where we think one thing is really good for us, but then it doesn't go our way.
Mm.
But then you look back at it now and you're like, wow, I'm glad it didn't go that way. And I'm glad that I have the opportunity that it gives me now because of those redirections.
Wow.
Have you ever had moments?
Yeah. Okay, this is actually connecting to you because I actually didn't get
Oh.
student housing when I moved to UH Manoa. That's why I ended up in Eva Beach.
Oh,
And that's where I met Janae. We bonded on the fact that we were outer island. We worked from
neighbor
Oahu.
island.
Oh, sorry, not outer island. Sorry, no, sorry.
It's a neighbor island.
It's a neighbor island.
Okay.
But this is the gathering place, and it brought us together. So
Wow.
I'm so happy. No, but seriously though, I really appreciated like my time there, and I feel like it helped me grow in terms of introducing me to INCRadio and to different of the DCAD. It just helped me branch out and see different people that I wouldn't have if I were to be. I don't want to say a different locale because obviously we're all connected, but in terms of like my connection right now, it's
Mhm.
from me moving over there. Yeah.
Oh,
That was a really good answer.
that was a really good answer.
Thank you. I'll give myself
like
a
that.
pat on the.
Wow,
I'm
self
sorry.
cheering.
We love
There's a lot of things. Speaking on that thing that you just did. Patting yourself on the back, cheering yourself on. School is very hard, and we can all attest to that. Everyone has faced some sort of pressure, some sort of frustration um, over the years in their course of study. What was that got you through it, especially now that you're about to graduate?
I feel like it outside of school helped me with school. If that makes sense.
Wow.
Because if
Yeah.
you're like really immersed in school, you're just like that school education. You're in that like bubble. But once you like break out and like experience the world and
Okay.
experience, other people, especially the fellow Kadiwa is here in Oahu.
Sorry.
I took those times, especially those fun activities,
Right.
hangouts, all of that stuff. Gave me inspiration, I guess, a break from my student life,
Yeah.
and I guess like a recharge in a way. Yeah, you don't want to burn
Aw.
yourself out.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
you can read for 8 hours a day, but you can't do that every single day without
Oh
a
yeah.
break. You need
Definitely get tired.
time
Yeah.
away from that. Yeah.
I totally agree with you on that because I feel like that's something you kind of have to just figure out as you go
Mhm.
along in your college journey. Because I feel like freshman, sophomore, you're like, I'm gonna go at it, like full on, But sorry, my stuff, my pigeon came out.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
You know,
But
we do them, ba. We run them. Yeah.
but I'm really glad you said that because I feel like it can allow people to like allow themselves to break, allow them to have more grace for themselves, for feeling all that pressure, knowing that they can hang out at church or like activities and just allowing themselves to decompress.
Decompress. Yeah, that's a good word. You
Decompress
look
is a
so
great
proud of
one.
yourself for doing that.
Sorry.
But I feel like a lot of the times when you step away from the work that you have problems with and you come back to it, you come back with a fresher mind.
Yes,
Yes.
I 100%
And that
agree.
helps you out with that
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Definitely. If you're like feeling like overwhelmed, you can't necessarily do that and finish an assignment. Like there's
No.
times where I tell myself, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull an all-nighter." I mean, all-nighters work for some people, right? But I feel like you gotta give yourself breaks. and
Also
just
treat
come back to it.
yourself.
Yes, treat yourself. Buy yourself food.
Coffee. I love
Ooh.
a good coffee and boba.
Mm.
That helps me,
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little treat here and there too.
Or hang out with your friends.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
But yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's another quote that I want to say to you guys. Tell
Wow.
me what you think.
Mr. Coates.
It
Mr.
says,
Quote guy.
thank you. It says, sometimes we have to take a couple steps back in order to move forward again.
Mm.
Thoughts?
Well, it's kind of like meditation, yeah. So when you like pull yourself out of that situation and you start like
What do you do?
contemplating,
Yeah.
then
and
you have
pray
like
about it.
you have like that resolution that comes right after,
I
or
like that.
clarity, clarification,
Mhm.
all that
And
stuff.
that's something that I really find enjoyment in, especially in worship services.
Yeah.
That
Definitely.
time where you get to just meditate, especially praying to God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially like because it's that moment. What am I trying to say? It's
But it is that moment.
it's just a place where not just a place, but I feel like it's a moment in your life where you can just let go of all your problems pretty much
Mm,
and just focus on performing your duty or listening to the lesson.
yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree. It's what I really like, especially for what is it okay to say? When we do voice show and we're doing like the
Oh, and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the his out and stuff, which helps us when we warm up, and then also the give a sigh.
Yeah.
And
And some people are just like the most
oh yeah,
loudest
And-
sigh. I'm
and
like,
you
I
know they had
know
a
you had a
day.
hard day at work. Just know.
yeah, based on their sigh, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then there's a thing that Brother John always says when he has our vocal warm up. He's like, breathe it out and focus now on the worship service. And
Mhm.
it's so simple and it's simple directions. But I don't know. It's just something that yeah, I'm here.
We forget to breathe sometimes.
I do.
Yeah.
I just
We just hold our breath.
And see what happens.
Yeah, I'd be like, why do I have a headache right now?
yeah, why can't I breathe right now?
About that.
But cool. We're learning a lot about both of you guys. Thank you for answering the quotes as well and the questions. And what we're hearing right now is that we have a lot of important things in our lives. But for us, our priority is always the church, is always our faith. And our identity isn't, we have, many different things that we can claim ourselves as locals, Hanaka.
I wouldn't say
Oh.
kanak,
Oh, you know.
kanak.
No, no. But us an identity that we always say we are members of the Church of Christ. And following along with how we view different things when it comes to outside experiences. So for you, as a soon to be law student, if that's the correct thing, hopefully, how does your being a member of the Church of Christ shape your outlook in studying law?
Brother,
Yes,
that
sister.
is such a good question, actually.
Thank you.
I feel like it helps me in terms of morals, in terms of like my standing in the world, just understanding the compassion. It doesn't take, I guess, like just in a way, like having balance between both, but also not compromising church first and foremost. You want to stay true to your duties. You want to try your best to perform. You may go on vacations, write those statements, all of that sort of stuff. But in terms of like, I guess connecting that with what I want to do is making sure that I'm doing it for the right reason. Money comes and goes, but in terms of not letting that get to my head, staying humble first and foremost, always being humble. And I guess like knowing that it's not all because of me. My success isn't because of all of what I've done, but also, what I've been given.
Really good answer.
I do like that. Yeah, success is something that only comes from you. Obviously, comes from Almighty God.
Mhm.
Success is something we're also been given. I like that. We think of it as something like to obtain, something that
Yeah.
God will just give you.
Especially with that course of work, there's a lot of big egos, just getting to your head. And I
Mhm.
guess like staying true to yourself and just being humble is such a very like, what's the word for it? It's not common as much as it should be.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's especially when you said like, oh, you can't let that get to your head. Allowing yourself to have that balance, I feel like it's important.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. Again, because our identity is Church of members of the Church of Christ.
Yeah.
Where you may very well become or be working in the field of law, but that doesn't mean that you're just doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The place that we always go to after work, after school, is the church. And I think that's very important.
Yeah. Just want to say a comment from the Dan.
Dan,
He said, bringing back all the glory to God in everything that we do. Yes, I 100%. Because everything that, we're graduating this semester,
Yeah,
which is very
crazy.
crazy. I feel like none of that could have been possible.
I'm sorry, I've been like burping this entire time, like
Oh,
eating a
have you?
pizza.
That's
But if it like gets to you, I'm so sorry.
oh, that's that's okay.
So that on live.
Laughing
Don't
way
see
too
that.
hard. That means like it
Yeah,
had-
they've been hearing it though.
Oh really?
It's in the mic.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just joking.
Oh, okay.
I hope
We
not.
don't know it.
I-
Comment
I
down
trusted
which
you.
burp was the best. No joking.
Oh, here. Sorry,
okay.
another comment from Comic Daniel.
Yeah, he says.
He said college life allows students to go out and grow
Mm.
while at the same time. And it allows them to all the more trust in God. Yes,
I also can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, also
Yes, you made me.
I'm so sorry.
No, no,
I'm
no,
interrupting
no,
you.
no, no,
Go
no, no.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You're the special guest.
Okay, wait, no. I think oh yeah. Also being aware of what you're learning in school. You don't believe
Yeah.
everything you believe if it goes against what we've been taught in church. And so also to those students out there, be careful on what you learn. Some of them may not align with what we have been taught. So just being aware of that. Also, yeah, just that little warning, cautionary thing.
That's good to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
that's wonderful to bring up. Yeah. Great. I think that's something that we can leave off the show right there.
good.
Sister Jen, thank you so much for being here on the show. Again, second time. Hopefully there will be a third time. Maybe you might be a host. I don't know.
Yeah, you can be your host.
Dude,
Oh my God,
You're
it's
really
kinda
good,
late.
though.
really good at
It's kinda
talking.
late.
It is late,
Yeah.
but at least it's on Friday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Question mark. Yeah. But again, thank you, Sister Jen, for coming here and enlightening us on this this
Thank
whole
you.
this
Free
whole
No,
law.
topic.
I thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of
Appreciate it.
course. This is a great time. This is what I love about radio, where we get to have brethren, where it's not an interview. You know,
Mhm.
we're talking story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're just chilling. This is our fellow brethren, and you get to see us interacting. We're also interacting with you. You know, we saw there Brother Bruce saying hi to Cover Amont, and Cover Amont saying hi to Ka Erds, and then
Yeah.
everyone else saying hi to each other. And Brother Bruce them saying congratulations to both of you guys for almost graduating. Regine Caldejones calling you beautiful, Sister Jen.
Ooh.
Um, um, and other people are saying things. But thank you everyone again for commenting down. We see all of your guys' hashtags, and we appreciate that so much. We promise, brother Jordan is working hard, counting them up as we speak. So before we end the show, just keep commenting down those hashtags. Press that like button. Press that like button. What should they do? They
Press
should
that
press that
like
like button,
button.
smash that like button. But before we end, we just have some upcoming activities that we want to let you in on. This is something that's going to happen next week. Next week, Sunday, actually, on April 27th. It's going to be our CFO day along with our band together. So, very fun days. Indeed. I don't know what else to
Before
say.
we actually close out,
Please.
do you have any shout outs?
Yes.
Shout out to my parents if you're watching. Shout out to everyone that I know. Maybe that's two people. I don't know. We'll see who've watched. Because I did send links, so we'll see who's a
Mm.
true friend.
Oh,
You know,
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
kidding.
Did
No,
they comment down?
we
they
shall
might have
see.
not subscribed actually.
Oh,
We'll
well,
Oh,
see.
gotta
you should
subscribe.
subscribe. That's what you got to do. Subscribe so that you can let us know that you're here. Yes, that's it.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for being
Sorry.
on again, Sister Jen. Do
Yeah.
you have any shout outs that you'd like to give, Sister Janae?
Shout out to the locale of Wailuku, Waikiki,
Mhm.
Eva Beach. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Um.
no.
Shout out to the locale of Honoka'a because I recently attended there. Oh,
Wonderful. Great, great, great. What was that? I also do have shout
oh
outs.
sorry.
Thank you for asking that.
Oh.
Shout out to the local congregation of Waipau. Shout out to you, Sister Janae. Shout out to Sister Jen. Shout out to Erwin over there in over yonder. Shout out to Brother Patrick, Sister Jolina, Sister Kat. Shout out to my mom and dad. I love you. I miss you. Shout out to my grandma. Shout out to the whole church. Shout out to everyone. Thank you and good night. Juhi. But also shout out to these very special people. Rather, a special thanks for allowing us to have shows like this. This is a fun time and we really really enjoy it and we say it over and over again because that's something that we feel genuinely. And so special thanks to our executive minister brother Eduardo Vimanalo. Special thanks as well to our CEBSI president brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. Special thanks to our district supervising minister brother Jem H Baitan. Another special thanks to our assistant district supervising minister brother Ador Apostol. And a special thanks to our CFO overseer brother Brandon Pacheco. Of course, we cannot forget to thank our ministers, ministerial workers, and their families for continuing in helping, guiding us, and supporting us here on INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. And you know what? Thanks that we don't give often, but thank you to all of the viewers and listeners who continue to support us here on INCRadio. We are so thankful. You know,
So thank.
these people are always here, watching, commenting, liking, sharing, and sending their reactions, sharing the links. Thank you guys. We really,
Staying
really
up.
appreciate it. Yeah, staying up. It's late. I'm tired. But you know what? Even if you use us as background noise, just as Brother Justin Cole from my Pahu does when he works, we are appreciative of you every single time. That's enough from us here on 90 Radio Hawaii Pacific. Good night, goodbye, aloha, and I love you. Bye bye.
Since when?